Hi, hello.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want. Watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
And it's a beautiful morning, fresh out the cold, fresh out the
wet weather yesterday. It was extremely wet for us in this part of Nigeria um, last night, and well, today starts and it's looking bright, and the sun is out. And we are also hoping that just as the sun is out for us, naturally the sun will be out too for Nigeria as we go, as we move ahead or move forward as a nation. This is TVM Express, and my name is Lawrence Junior Aguele, and promises to make a informative and useful uh, edition for us this morning. And I have with me Blessing Sampson. Blessing Sampson will be starting us up with the newspaper headlines, what we have on the dailies this morning. So, Blessing, just tell us what we have on the dailies this morning.
All right, thank you. So on the Vanguard today we have bandits kidnap pregnant woman, 30 others in Niger FCT. And you see that story on page 5. And then we have Guinea-Bissau. Jonathan returns as AU, ECOWAS decry coup. And that's on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. And then move below, we have Tinubu approves membership for US Nigeria Working Group, and that's on page 9. And then we have renewed hope ambassador, Algon youth leaders, others hail appointment for Uzodima, and that's on page 21. And we have gunmen attack Ngige's convoy in Anambra, kill one and injure others, and that's on page 7. We also have OPE opens new office in Ibadan, and you see that on page 19. Moving on the Nation's newspaper today, there's Nigeria-US joint working group to hold security talks. Then we have World Bank canvasses slash of import tariff to lower inflation. Moving forward, we have AU, ECOWAS, WAIF says no to coup in Guinea-Bissau. And that news is on page 2 of the Nation's newspaper. Then downwards, we have 11,566 policemen withdrawn from VIPs, and that's on page 3. And then CBN released 74.41 trillion to private sector in October, and that's on page 7. And on the Guardian newspaper today, we have armed attacks intensify as Tinubu okays US-Nigerian security plan. That's on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And underneath, how renewed terrorism exposes old, weak security underbelly. That's on pages 4 and 5. Then reps vote on constitution review on December 10. You see that news on page 3. IG claims 11,566 police officers withdrawn from VIPs, others intelligence policing. That news is on page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. And then we have democracy under strain as fresh coup hits West Africa, draws condemnation. And that news is on page 6. And for business, we have Nigeria's transition to multi-tier electricity market attracts over $2 billion investment. And that news is on page 7. And on Daily Sun today, we have, again, still on bandits issues. It seems to be all over the newspaper today. Again, bandits hit Niger State. Underneath, we see abduct 24, chop off man's hand. Kaduna schools hold emergency. Exams shut down. Niger PDP condemns terror attack. All that news is on page 40 of the Daily Sun. Underneath, we also have AU, ECOWAS mission. FG condemns coup d'etat in Guinea-Bissau. That's on page 39. Federal government terminates Abuja-Lokoja order road contract over delays. That story is on page 2 and page 39. We also see Algon youth leaders, Arewa Assembly, Southeast APC leaders, others hail appointment of Uzodima as renewed hope ambassador. And that's on page 6 of the Daily Sun. So moving on, our last newspaper for today. On the Punch newspaper, we have safe school project stores in 30 states as abduction rise. And that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And then NNPCL spends 17.5 trillion securing fuel pipelines orders in 12 months. And that story is on page 19. And on business leaders reject proposed beverages tax high. And you get that news on page 20 of the Punch newspaper. And so we have OPE opens new office in Ibadan. And that's on page 19, which is actually in all the newspapers for today.
Well,
that's all.
Insecurity seems to be the top of the what do you call it? Most of the dailies today.
Yes.
And it's also what we're even going to talk about today. So it seems like in the next couple of days, insecurity will be the thing that will be addressed regularly. I like that they said Nigeria and the US are creating a joint working group, and they are holding security talks. So that is cool. That's good. That's good news.
At least progress.
At least there is progress.
Yeah.
What I didn't appreciate earlier was the way the leaders, particularly the political and the Islamic leaders, they are not trying to make this really a religious thing, but the way they reacted when it was tagged the Christian genocide.
Genocide, yeah.
Yeah, but the truth is, people are killed, and unfortunately, if you are not affected by what is going on, if you're not a victim of what is going on, then you cannot dictate for those who are crying. You cannot tell them how to cry.
Yes, exactly.
You can't tell a bereaved or somebody who has lost something how the person should cry. So if the people that are being killed are calling it that is looking like a Christian genocide, then I think the responsible thing to do as a government and as a leader is to talk of how to stop it.
Yes.
Not whether it is it a Christian
genocide or not.
That doesn't make any difference. People are being killed.
Yes.
Yeah, so
it's an issue that calls for immediate attention.
Yes. I also even saw some people this morning comparing the incident at the U.S. near the White House where the two national guards, I think
shot. Yeah.
Alleged two national guards allegedly shot, and we had pictures of the argument was the Americans are not flooding the timeline with the news, but if it were Nigerians will flood the timeline. But first of all, I just said how social media and technology works. It also works with location. If you are observant, you will notice that your social media post is filled with posts for Nigerians. First of all, state that most of the posts you see on your X account are posts from your fellow Nigerians that share similar interests with you. So we don't know how the American pages would look like. Then number two, you can't compare America with Nigeria. America has a reputation for swift responses to things like that.
Yes.
When something like that happens, there is a swift response.
Yes.
Even if they try to manage the thing on the news or whatever it is, the government deals with it decisively.
Yes.
So the people of America trust that despite whatever issues the American government have, when it comes to issue of security, they take it seriously.
Yes, they are always quick to respond to their cries.
I remember in some of the conversations we had in the studio, and I've made allusion to the fact that if a police officer is killed in the United States, the whole police and military force take it personally.
Yes,
but
exactly.
Meanwhile, in Nigeria, an assistant commissioner of police was killed, and the killer wore the person's uniform for a get together with the government. So you can't.
When I heard that news, it's so
crazy.
Yes, it's really crazy and disturbing.
You can't be comparing both of them. That man would not leave that meeting if it was in America.
Yes,
he wouldn't. Even if there was going to be
before
a
he
peace
even
talk,
comes.
even if there was going to be a peace talk, whatever negotiation that would have been made, that man would not leave that meeting.
Yes.
But the man not only went to the meeting, He wore the uniform of the man
He had
killed.
yes,
The
he had the
assistant
audacity
commissioner of police.
to
He killed.
even make demand that no police officer should come there with their uniforms. Like how?
Without the government even considering the morale of other officers who will be there.
Exactly.
Just imagine you are a sergeant
Kind of
at arms
degrading,
in the police, and you are seeing a terrorist who killed your assistant commissioner.
Exactly.
Mind you, assistant commissioner is only below the commissioner. Killed an assistant commissioner of police, and he wore the person's uniform to a meeting with you, and he went back home. And you now expect a sergeant at arms to see that and go and face this bandit. If he dies, his life will be useless.
Exactly, because nobody cares.
So it is the way I think one of the things that is painful in Nigeria is that issues are politicized. People are killed, and you are saying that people who are complaining that people are killed are unpatriotic.
I don't get.
I felt it. I'm not one of those who complain online about things, but when I saw those things, I like, probably you've not lost somebody. There was a pastor who has been derailed by some members of government and some people, and the pastor is one of those pastors who actually pushed this narrative of a Christian genocide in Nigeria. I think it's in Jest, it's in Plateau State. I recently found out that his uncle was killed. His uncle's wife and children, 5 of them, were burnt to ashes in the house.
Oh my God.
The burnt out bodies of the children, the uncle's wife had a baby on her back.
Oh.
Then you now want to tell that man how he should
react. I don't care. It's like
you're not saying the man is pushing narratives when you are far away from what is happening.
How?
So I think in our politics, well, this is not about whether the administration is good or bad. People are dying. We should have some
and that's the bitter truth about this whole issues going on in this country. Like you said earlier, like the whole thing is actually politicized.
Yeah, no, the empathy has been buried by politics.
Yes.
Your statements that come from public figures,
people that are supposed to protect the citizens, and then we are hearing all of this, and what do you expect everybody to do?
It's sad. It's sad.
Really sad.
I pray and I look forward to I think the president is making some solid stands and statements regarding this whole thing. I think yesterday he declared a state of emergency in the security. In security. No, I don't know if we have that. There was a statement he made about the state of emergency. If we can have that on the screen, it would be nice. But basically, he called for he okays state policing. I think he okayed state policing.
Yes, he did that.
From things I saw, he okayed state policing. He also called for recruiting of more people into the police force.
Military.
I think he mentioned using the National Youth Service Corps members and a preacher too, Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, also reiterated that concept of training NYC graduates or NYC corps members to some sort of military, give them some sort of military training and get them involved. I personally have no qualms with that. We are Nigerians. The time to start fighting for our country is upon us. But I would also want to say that if you are holding the microphone and increasing your amplifier and shouting that the government should recruit people's children into the army, then you should bring your children.
Start from you, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So because we are all in this together. Everybody has to come out.
If you don't have children of the age, get your grandchildren to come. Because the problem with Nigeria is when they do that, the early to still find a way to remove their children from it.
Exactly. That's the point.
So if we are going to be sending people to the war front to go and fight for the country, we should also know that some people will die there. So it should be fair.
It should be fair.
Let
exactly.
your children join too.
Exactly.
If you cannot, in good conscience, allow your children to be part of it, then think of another solution. The solution we offer should not be a solution of throwing other people under the bus.
Yeah, just everything one-sided.
It should not be one side. It should go round. But I am glad that the president is at least doing something.
Yeah.
Then even the House of Assembly is also at least the members of the House. Some members of the House
exactly
are actually trying
for,
and
yes.
saying something
Yes.
about it. But it goes to show. It goes to show how ineptitude can, in a thing, can cause a ripple effect. Insecurity in Nigeria is not new. That much we agree.
We agree on that, yeah.
Nigeria did not become, the problem of Nigeria didn't start today, right? But the problem we've always had over time is how the issues were being managed instead of addressed, right?
Yeah.
We had situations where there've been banditry. Banditry did not even start with Jonathan's era.
No, it didn't.
There's actually been banditry in Nigeria for a long time, but it was handled properly. So at some point, stop handling it, then it got to where we are now.
We are now.
Banditry, the headsmen, even terrorism,
Boko Haram.
all those things didn't start today. One of the major problems we've had as a nation is we filter how we address things. Senator representing Edo South, Edo North Senatorial District rather, Senator Adams Oshomole, who was a former governor and was the former NLC president at some point in his life, yesterday actually accused the judiciary, the government and the judiciary by extension, of some unbalanced judgment and some illegal judgment they were giving, because according to him, he said the judgment was unconstitutional. So if the judgment is unconstitutional, that means it's illegal. A situation where a man was attacked,
Okay.
he defended himself, and it cost the life of his attacker, right?
Okay.
And he went to a court in this country and was found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment. Not 10 years, not 15 years. He went for life.
For self-defense.
He probably could be guilty of manslaughter, but the sentencing was life imprisonment.
Like how?
Lawyers
Why?
would like to argue that it's legal, that it is legal representation. We'll have a lawyer today who would maybe shed some insight on this, but they want to argue that it's legal representation. But I'm still, as a person and as a Nigerian, I still feel it's unfair.
It is now. It beats my imagination to think that, okay, somebody like attacked me and then in self-defense.
Came to my house.
Exactly. In self-defense,
So I should have let him kill me.
I don't get.
Then
I feel like judgments in this nation should just be fair.
Exactly.
It should be fair. And like, I don't.
What even made that? What brought up that issue was then a couple of months later, another person was being judged in our courts too, the same court system in Nigeria. This person was a known terrorist, was involved in bombings in this country that took the lives of a lot of people. Not one. It's not like he was walking around the road and shot somebody down, or he fought somebody and killed the person. He premeditated and actively took part in the murder of multiple Nigerians. Found him guilty and sentenced him to 20 years.
Like, how does that make any sense?
Where is the sense in that? So you had senators like Adams Oshomole clamoring for fairness, and so the problem that I see in our politics in Nigeria is this selective action that we do. We select it. There are a lot of it looks like a lot of factors are considered before something is done.
It's done, exactly. They have preferred kind of people,
Yeah,
favoritism, and all of that.
Brother?
Yeah.
Is he from this part of this country?
And all of that.
Is he, who does he relate to? Those things. So it is very sad and it is very disheartening, right? Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment, and I recently started understanding his role, though I have not fully confirmed or authenticated some of the information, but I started understanding his role in this, is it Eastern Security Network, ESN, and the ESN was also involved in some killings in the East. Theirs was even very weird because they were killing their brothers and sisters, which I don't get what the essence
actually,
was.
exactly.
So if you say, okay, the man deserves life imprisonment, good. Then when you catch a bandit or you catch a terrorist, try him
Exactly.
and sentence to life imprisonment. Don't bring them into, and we keep wondering how these bandits get information when they have members in the military that they integrated at some point.
Exactly.
So we should.
There's just loopholes everywhere.
There should be some fairness in the way this thing is administered. All right, we'll go for a very quick break, and when we return, TVM Express continue. Please stay tuned.
This land of mine, Nigeria, on my mind, born in diversity, blessed beyond compare. Ooh, through these 100 years, our struggles and through all our fears, we're strong in our unity. Peace, our destiny. Here we are, standing tall. We're standing tall. Standing tall. We are one. We are 100 years of unity. Nigeria. We will stand. We will stand. Oh, this land of mine. This land of mine. Nigeria. On my mind. On my mind. I pledge to you my loyalty, my love, my ability. Ooh, and as we celebrate ourselves, we shall rededicate to serve a new Nigeria, for a better land for all. Here we are, standing tall through adversities. We are one. 100 years. 100 years. Unity. Nigeria. We will stand on the mountain, shouted in the valley. Nigeria has come a long, long way, on a journey to our future. one country. Nigeria, we won't stand. Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails. Our land where there's hope for us all. Our land where there's hope for us all. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. We'll defend our land. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and that one day we'll shine like the sun. We're a great nation. Though we are many people, different tribes, different tongues, we're united in our strength and resolve to uphold the honor of our land and for generations to come, and for generations to come. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. We'll defend
All right, you're welcome back. We're still looking at the state of the nations, and today we're looking at kidnappings on the rise, and we'll also look at political tensions in Nigeria. And we will look at the spate of kidnapping and abduction in Nigeria. So Nigeria is witnessing a renewed wave of kidnapping across several states. We have attacks in Kogi State, attacks on travelers and communities. We've had, that is in the Dekina, Ajaokuta axis. We've had kidnappings along the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway, which is now a notorious kidnapping corridor. We've had bandit raids in Ogundu and Zumi local government areas in Zamfara State. We've had bandits mounting roadblocks and taxing villagers in Niger State. We've also had a plethora of cases where schoolgirls and school children have been abducted in recent school attack. We're not even talking of the Chibok girls. There was kidnapping of Catholic school students. Then there was the other school that is even creating, I think it's Mega School, that's the name, I've forgotten the name, creating a lot of controversy where they said the security personnel were even withdrawn before the incident happened. So we've had, all these have been sparking outrage nationally in the country. We've had security agencies seemingly stretched thin, and we also had public fear. This morning, I was awoke to a notification which is not verified of something like bandit in Lokoja, the capital of Kogi State. I've not verified that yet. Maybe for the end of the day, we'll have that verified, and you see people running. I even saw a content maker who, though idiotic and silly of him to do, sorry to say that of a person, but it was insensitive. I think the word should be insensitive. It was insensitive for him to do, but the reaction he got shows the state we are as a nation, where he tried pranking people to that he was a bandit, and when he told the people it was a prank, he was beaten. It was people who saved him. They would have killed that guy there. So it shows how the state we are right now, that you can't even joke with things like that anymore physically. So we have with us this morning a barrister, of a lawyer of repute, and a friend of TVM in Warri Delta State. Our guest analyst this morning is Barrister Albert Agbensin. Barrister, thank you for coming again this morning.
Thank you so much for having us. God bless you.
Yeah, we seem to still be. This is no longer a shadow. When it's a shadow of insecurity, I don't think it's a shadow anymore. I think we are living in insecurity right now, and everybody is trying to proffer solutions to it. But what we are looking at is the kidnapping aspect of it. Then before it was terrorism, people come tell you we want this, we want that, we want that. If not, we blow this up or we do this. But now it's people kidnapping people and asking for what do they call it? The ransom, and asking for ransom fee. So from your assessment, are we witnessing is it the fresh surge? Is the number rising? Does it look like it's becoming more and more there was an increase in kidnapping across the country?
That's obvious. That's obvious. There's been a lot of activities as far as kidnapping is concerned, and a lot of people want to, come up with one theory or the other. But the fact is, it's obvious. It's not been like this for some time, but or has it been like this, but it has been under-reported? That's another theory, you understand? Because it wasn't like this before President Trump came up and said that Christians are being killed. It wasn't as bad as this.
Some people argue that there's a reaction to that.
Well, reaction. Well, for them to be able to react, that means they are poised to react. And the fact that terrorists are poised to be able to carry out this kind of action almost immediately simply means that we have never been safe. We have never been safe. That's one angle. Then there's another angle that the North, this is the political angle, the North seems to be dissatisfied with the present government. And anytime they are dissatisfied with the government of the day, especially when the president is from the southern part, then they make the country look very ungovernable. That's another angle to it. Then whatever the angles may be, the primary purpose of government is to safeguard lives and properties, and they must be poised to so do. So a situation where some of these non-state actors are in such a position to be able to carry out this kind of dastardly act is a situation that is uncomfortable for anybody. It's a situation that should not be allowed to thrive. You know, so whatever may be the reason behind the surge, the fact remains that there is a surge, and the surge is not desirable, completely undesirable. That's where we are, and it's sad.
Soft targets start looking like the soft targets that have been identified as schools and churches, particularly those in the Northwest. Now, my concern, or what has piqued my interest, is it has happened before. We've had cases of, for instance, Chibok. It happened before. We've had these instances where people go to church, kidnap everybody, pack everybody, take everybody away from the church, and start demanding for ransom. We even lost a Catholic priest, I think, recently to kidnapping. It has been all over the news now. But it looks like it's either there are no lessons learned by security forces, or these people go and improve on their surveillance skill and ability, because you cannot, it is absurd to me that if you do something the first time, you succeed. You do it again, you succeed. You still keep going back, and our security forces seem not to be doing anything about it. Why do you think something like that would occur? Why do they look like those schools are looking like in the Northwest? Why are they looking like they are soft targets? Is that the security forces are not doing enough, or that they are too stretched thin that they cannot pay full attention to that? Now, mind you, there were even allegations that the security in one of the schools, or the security in the areas of one of the schools, were withdrawn prior to an incident occurring. I think that was in Niger State.
You see, up until now, sad to say, this government has not paid attention to security. They may have given up, they may have thrown money, giving them money, do the political part. This government has not paid attention to security. All they've paid attention to is politics. This person defecting to their party, the other party is defecting. That has been the issue. They've not, look at it. Once it is what you put in that you get out. Once you've not done, you've not looked at, you've not taken it as a priority. A lot of people forget that if there is insecurity in the land, you can't do election.
Yeah.
Yes, if there's a way this country can be that unsafe. In I think the Goodluck Jonathan, they had to postpone election because of insecurity. Yes. You know, so that is the point. The government has not paid attention. It has just been lip service, nothing seriously. That has been the challenge. That has been the challenge. They've not done much. I've not seen anything, you know. But when Trump came up now, and this, you could see some semblance of activities in terms of taking seriously the security situation in this country. You can see it. But unfortunately, before now, they've not done anything. And once they allowed, I expected that this government would have immediately started doing something about our borders.
Yes.
Yes, our borders.
I think since the coup in Niger Republic.
Not since the coup. Look at insecurity didn't come up today.
No, I think before the coup, we had there. But now I think it's almost
completely
abandoned.
Were they there? Insecurity started 2009 in this country.
Yes.
2009 in this country. I would have expected that by now there should be some attempts at doing something with our borders. You know, Nothing. It has been the way it has always been.
But the argument still remains that these people are they foreigners or are they Nigerians?
Those doing it.
Yes.
Well, we are not security experts. We are not security experts, so there's no way we can know how they are. There's no way we can be certain of who they are. That's the point. So yes, they cannot be completely. You can't do this kind of havoc without locals.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, there may be some foreigners here and there, but you cannot do this kind of havoc without locals.
Okay.
So who understands the terrain? So whether you want to say they are outsiders doing a lot of people do whatever they want to do. They run out running. If you check our borders, very porous. Many of the borders are not manned. You can just stroll in like you are strolling in from Ekpan to Efon. You finish whatever you are doing and go. That's how it is. In this kind of a situation, we would have expected that some things would have been done in that area, but nothing has been done. What we do as a government is reactionary. Okay. We have different level of security in any nation. There is, in fact, the best security is supposed to be preventive. Yeah. Before it happens, you get information and you nip it in the bud. You prevent it. But most of the times, what we do is after they have carted away a number of persons, kidnapped number of persons, they will start pursuing. They tell us the non-kinetic approach. You now.
Yeah, I have a question regarding that because I would want us to take a look at the president's declaration of state of emergency and security. But before that, you just raised up something that I would like to get your view about. Now, good news is a lot of these abducted people, particularly the school children, have been released.
Some of them, yes.
Some have been released. The interesting thing is, I have, with my time in media, I have had instances or seen news or even been part of news stories where kidnappers were chased down. Their hideout was the police or the military stormed their hideout, rescue kidnappers, and one or two of them of the rescue kidnapped victims. Then one or two of the kidnappers who died in some crossfire or something. This is the first time I'm seeing a rescue operation of this scale, and no kidnapper lost his life or no one was arrested. What do you think happened there?
Well, you see, the challenge here is the trust deficit between Nigerians and the government.
Okay.
If not, there could be a number of reasons. The simplest being that maybe they negotiated and ransom was paid, but we don't have that as a fact.
Okay, they didn't really tell us.
Yeah, nobody told you. But again, really, is the military obliged to tell you how they do their job, especially in a situation like this?
Okay.
Remember that there's a way you manage information. If information is not managed properly, we are in a democracy, and democracy presupposes that rule of law is adhered to. So if, for example, in the process of arresting kidnappers, for example, and you use the excessive force, for example, it will be possible for you to just arrest them rather than kill. You understand? All those kind of interpretation, I think this army is too overwhelmed to want to be thinking of how to explain all those whatever. So if people, if they are able to track where the kidnappees are kept, and with superior firepower they go in there, and the bandits discover that when these guys, the way they are coming, there will be no match for them, and they decide to run away, they will first take the kidnappees first and abandon the kidnappers. So there are a lot of theories that could have, there are a lot of things that could have happened, but the challenge here is the trust deficit. Nigerians, the trust deficit between Nigeria and Nigerians and the government is so wide that nobody, Nigerians prefer to believe the worst of the government.
Yeah, that's true.
They prefer to believe the worst of the
it's
government.
your view that a number of things could have been
A number of things could have been the reason.
but because we don't trust our government.
We don't trust the army. That's why a lot of people are saying, how can you just release people? You know, you didn't tell us. But they are not obliged. They are not really obliged to tell you how it happened, because the more they give information, the more Amnesty International will come and say you have breached human rights of, you know. So there are all those parts. So we should be happy as Nigerians that at least this is not the best scenario. We should not be. No Nigerian should be in the kidnappers' den. Just imagine, it's easier for us here to relate with because we are far from the north. Imagine my little daughter now being for 1-2 hours. I don't even know if I can. I don't know if I can survive.
There's no southern parent that will allow their children to go serve in the north again.
Well, you don't understand. The problem here is not that simple. It's not that simple. You may be shocked that there is let me tell you, there was a time, I don't want to give this okay, let me try and be as circumstantial. There was a time, there was a crisis around where I stay. As in real crisis. You were seeing the guns.
Don't worry. Yeah,
somewhere I stay. Okay. There were guns and all that. Terrible shootings. But I couldn't move out because that's my house. Yeah. You understand? That's my house. That's the only place. So it's very easy for people to say, oh, people are just, can't you just move out? Yes, you can move depending on the scale though, but it's not as easy as it seems. So if you have, I'm not from Delta State, but I've stayed here all my life. Yeah. So if something happens, and I've built all my life around here, so I now move out. It's not as easy as that. So to say you see Southerners there, they may just be there. They may just be there. All those Catholic bishops and all that, most of them are not from there.
Yeah. So let's take a stab at the president's nationwide security emergency in the country, which was a response to escalating wave of mass kidnapping and other violent crimes across the country. There were key directives that he made to bolster the security architect. The first one that was key there, that jumped out to me, was this drive for massive recruitment, whether be it the army, be it the police. I think he ordered that they should employ 20,000 more officers to bring the total number of recruits to 50,000. The first shocker for me is a country as big as Nigeria, we just have 30,000 police officers. That was the first shocker for me. It made a lot of sense why we have security challenges, because 30,000 is, even for a Delta state, 30,000 sounds very few. But now he wants to increase it to 50,000, right? Considering timing, number one, right? Timing, because we are already in it. I am concerned about how soon they are going to train these people and bring them up to speed with security architecture and system, considering the timing. Then also, I don't know if you agree that funding could also be a problem with our security forces too. So if funding is a problem and we've not been able to fund them properly, now we are increasing their numbers. So that is the fund that we have not been giving these people very well before. We now need to increase it again. That one is there. Then the timing, like this is already a situation that has escalated. And recruiting people, sending recruits. Do you think that it would solve anything or create a serious effect on the crisis or the situation on ground?
Yes, it will. It will help. But the point is, how soon are you going to get these people ready? Get these people ready. How soon are you going to do the recruitment? Then, how sure are you that Nigerians will be that excited to be recruited into the police and the army right now, as at this point in time? I saw a post on social media the other day. It said, when you want to employ people into CBN and NNPC and all the whatever, you do it secretly. Then when it's time to employ people into this army and all that, you are telling your children, are they coming in there and all
In
that?
fact,
So
when Nigeria was calm,
yeah,
employment in the army
yeah,
was even quiet.
it was even done quietly. So this is the point. This is the point. This is the point. It just shows our priorities have been very, very wrong. You know, we are thinking of increasing salaries of politicians, and we had that number of policemen.
Police.
I have
30,000.
always known that it has never. Look at it. Look at it. Let me shock you. Let me shock you. You may just be shocked that that number
It's inflated.
is inflated.
It's very possible.
Very, very possible, because when you have those numbers, when you are doing budgeting, you are able to push up your budget. You understand? And those that manage the system have a way of enriching themselves through stuff like that. So it may just be inflated. That may be the figure that government is paying for. But that doesn't mean, experience has taught us that government is paying for a particular number of staff, doesn't mean that those staff actually, have you not heard of ghost workers? There are ghost workers in the civil service, ghost workers in ministries and all that. Why would there not be ghost workers in the, so it may just not just be, so it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Our priorities have always been wrong.
Interestingly, before the president gave a directive, among the directives that he recently gave, and the IG has even also issued the directive as a follow-up. We had, on paper, 30,000 police officers. Then we will still have a number going to guard VIPs.
Of course. Of course. They will keep guarding. Those are the official. When they brought out a list of those VIPs, those are the people you could mention. I saw the names of CJ or so. You saw the name of Wiki. You know, a few. Those are just the ones that they could come out with. There are private individuals that are using police.
Yes. Of
So,
this few number of
yes, yes. Are those, because I didn't see that on the list. I didn't see unknown names, so to say. There are private individuals using police in this country.
Yeah,
we know. We see them every day. We see them every day. Where do they get them from? Is it not part, or are they separate? Are those policemen, are they different? You see, issues of trust will continue to be wide in this country. Because government does not even, it's a sad situation that we are in. It's a sad, it's only God that will help us.
Well, the president has asked that they be redeployed from those of their offices and all. Then he also has asked the DSS to deploy or train forest guards to flush out terrorists and bandits from forests. Interestingly, we had forest guards before. I'm aware we had forest guards. I just forgot that they even existed. It was when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, we actually had forest
What
guards.
have they been doing? Where have they been? Where have they been? You say we have forest guard. Okay, are there no forest guards guarding Sambisa forest? All those forests where bandits have taken over, are there no forest guard there? Well, okay, is it now that, I mean, it's not as if they said they want to recruit. They said we have always had. What have they been doing? You see, when you do not monitor the things you should monitor, then you have situations like this. What has come to the fore is that these guys have been paid with taxpayers' money, but completely have not been doing their job.
They've not been doing their job. Like, for instance, one of the things he mentioned is infrastructure overhaul. I saw that, I was like, this is one of the problems we have in this country. Why now? If we had infrastructure since, we won't have problem.
When you say infrastructure overhaul, how are you going to, do you overhaul infrastructure, you know, just suddenly? Exactly. Does it not take time? It takes time. Do you not do procurement? Do you not do budgeting? Look at, they are just trying to act out. We're in a panicky mood. Yeah. Panicky mood. So let's be seen to be doing something. You know, we have always said that the problem of Nigeria is that there are no consequences for bad behavior. Now, when Trump has threatened them, and I'm coming out, they are trying to perform and do one or two things. I mean, that's where we are.
But the president also said something that I feel I'm one of those people that believe it's a very tricky situation, which he said the National Assembly should start looking into legitimizing state police.
I don't know why people make so much noise about state police. I don't see, for me,
Yes.
I don't see why we should have state police. What I think we should do is to rejig our laws. For example, a large chunk of the policemen in a particular state, in a particular locality, should be indigenous of that locality. That will settle issue of somebody from Kontagora coming to Delta State to do policing. That one there. The issue of police, commissioners of police not obeying orders from state governors. That's the thing. We are not a systems people. There is what you call systems. Once systems run the place, you know what is called legal orders, not illegal orders. So if the state governor, who is on paper the chief security officer of the state, gives you a lawful order, you have no discretion than to obey. So all this talk about because if a situation where state governors become absolute in terms of power, in terms of, for right now they have too much power.
Exactly.
You now create state
police,
give them police that will obey any kind of order, because when it's any kind of order they want to obey, you are going to have more chaos. I don't, as an individual, believe in state police, even if everybody is talking about it. I believe in a federal police that is properly rejigged and properly strengthened. Let there be lawful orders. Let there be a list. There's a problem that's about to happen. You know, the governor gives you an order, and you know the problem is not personal. You know the thing is not illegal. Nobody is in court. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So they just want absolute power. A situation where the next man offends the governor, or policeman go and bundle him. We are going to be seeing situations like that, because we have seen situations where, look at, you are talking of state police. We now have state electoral commission. Don't you see the kind of elections they conduct?
I personally feel that was one of the worst things to happen.
You know that they see. So there is not going to be any difference between state police and state electoral commission. It will just be garbage in and garbage out. So a situation where some of them will not, they want to do election, they will not even they will sit in the office and write results. You now see a particular party that is governing the state take 12, not all the local government, all the councillor seats.
Okay.
You know that? So does that not tell anybody that state police is going to be a disaster? The police as it is can be rejigged, and properly so that we can have results. Then recruit more members. Those fear of people come, it doesn't have to come from north, the commissioner of police can come from anywhere in the state. It's not commissioner of police that does the actual policing work. Okay. His own is administrative. But you can pick some people, okay, this is your town. In every town, you just put somebody that knows the place, knows the terrain, and you're able to solve. Creating is, for me, you will see it. We will come back and talk about it.
So your take about the state police is
a no-no.
It's a no-no. Instead, let's have a system.
Let the system within the current police formation, let it be built in such a way they are able to take care of all the fears that they have, that is making them talk about state police. Talking about state police, governors are looking for it.
Yes.
Governors are looking for it. But the point here is, I keep saying, when you try to personalize decisions like this, it just shows that we are not wise. Because the maximum anybody can be governor in any state in Nigeria as of today is 8 years. If you're able to get a second term.
After 8 years, you will leave.
After you go there, you live there. Then the next person, everything that you have done to others, once opposition comes in, they will do it again to you. Yes. At the end of the day, is it not a lot of, is it not?
back and forth. All right, we go on a quick break and we'll come back. We'll look at the political side of things in Nigeria. Stay tuned to TVM Express.
Nigeria hasn't always justified the faith of its people, but there comes a time when you are pushed to the wall and there's nowhere to go but up.
If we just decide in our hearts that we want to believe in Nigeria and we want to take steps every day to make this country a better place.
This is our dream, and a new Nigeria is that dream that we so much seek and desire.
The destiny of Nigeria is in our hands. We are the country. The country is us.
We are Nigeria.
We are that turning point generation. We are Nigeria. We are the future.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have nowhere else to run to, we have nowhere else to go. So get out of the way of the land of our dreams. We are the nation, we are part of this. Oh, oh. We are the nation, we are part of this. Whoa, carry the song, carry the sound. The future is here. The future is here. Goodbye yesterday, tomorrow is now for the taking. The future is here. The future is here. I am the future. I am the future. I am the dream. Whoa, I am the nation. I am part of this. Yes, I am so amazing. That's the least I shall be. The least I shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history.
All right, you're welcome back. Now, Nigeria is a democratic government. We operate a democratic system of government, and in democracy, we have a group of different groups of people with different ideologies, or preaching different things and trying to gain the right popularity or the right support of the people to govern the state. Now, a situation where we have instances or scenarios where a present administration seems to be fluffing their lines and seems not be doing things right. Most often, the opposition could be looked up to as the hope that, okay, when these people come in, they will get something done. But the problem we're having in Nigeria is we're having a situation where the opposition are also fluffing their lines. So it's beginning to look like, well, what we have on hand, a bird in hand is better than 9 in the bush. Well, the bird in hand is not even good, and we are not even sure about the 9 we have in the bush anymore, because Nigeria is gradually turning into, quote unquote, a single party state, because the oppositions are busy fighting themselves, are busy fluffing their lines. So we are going to use this segment because we cannot take away the politics of Nigeria away from the insecurity of Nigeria. So the next segment we'll be looking at is the political instability in Nigeria, because this instability from a major opposition party can distract from national stability discourse. We have one of the main opposition party in Nigeria. They were the ruling party for the longest time, for a long time, not the longest anymore, but for a long time, they were the ruling party, talking about the People's Democratic Party, facing deepening internal crisis. We have leadership tussles between national factions. Faction is a word that has become very popular with Nigerians. We hear it in almost every political circle. We have state-level battles that affects cohesions, especially ahead of future elections. Then we also have party leaders, senior party leaders issuing contradictory statements. Then you have power struggle between governors and National Working Committee. You have suspension, counter suspension, which is even the interesting one. A faction suspends people of the other faction, people of the other faction suspend the people in the other faction. And this also started affecting public perception of these various political parties. So we have the wonderful barrister with us, the wonderful lawyer with us, still going to look into this with us this morning. Barrister, this persistent conflict, particularly this tussle for leadership in the PDP, we are using PDP as our case study because it's the biggest opposition party. Almost every other party have their own crisis, though in a smaller way. PDP almost seems like PDP crisis most time looks like Nigeria. We are quarreling with ourselves because we see it everywhere we go. What do you think is the root cause of this persistent, recurring PDP challenge?
Yes, PDP is a party that is consuming itself. We have always known that it will get to that point. Because it's a party that, got into power and felt there was nothing anybody could do about it. There was a time one of their leaders boasted that they were going to rule Nigeria for the next 60 years.
Yes, yeah.
You understand? So that was it. It was that level of complacency, that level of confidence. What did they want to do? Who did there? That kind of arrangement. That's what is consuming the party. That is what pervades the Nigerian political environment, really. Not only PDP. Once you get into power, there's no difference between PDP and the APC.
One is just in power.
Note me down. Very soon, you will see the same script play out for the APC. So it is just the Nigerian kind of politics. It is the Nigerian kind of politics. They are just trying to undo themselves here and there. Who are those? It is back to what I said. It's systems thing. In Nigeria, we still do not understand or believe in systems. We create strong men. We create strong people, rather than creating strong systems. When you create a strong system, the strong system will run the process irrespective of whose ox is God. But here, it has to be a man. When PDP had issues, Wike came up one time, he was the sole financial. How can you be the sole financier of a party and you are not expected to? That is the point. It is about strong men. It's about strong men, not this, talking about party. I ask you now, what is the ideology of PDP? In the days of UPN, we will know that, okay, UPN, a little bit of social and all that. And here, what is their
I keep asking what is the main difference between the PDP?
There is no difference between PDP and the truth of the matter. APC was built principally by the people of PDP. Just take it up, call out their names.
And it's another party now.
He has moved on again, looking for power. So it is not a matter of ideology. It's not a matter of this is what I stand for. You understand? It's not a matter of. That's why during elections they hardly campaign. People come out for you see dancing. They just dance. There are no real debates about issues. And that's why go and take most persons that have emerged winners in our elections failed to attend electoral debates.
Yes.
Go and check. Right from 1999 till date, they failed to attend electoral debate because there is really nothing to debate.
So what do we do? Because it is looking despairing. And I look at the country and I get confused. This is a problem that system would solve. But we keep getting people in power who are not interested in building system. And at some point, we will say vote the right people in office. But it also looks like our vote does not really count, so to speak.
I don't think our votes don't count.
So
Our vote, at least our vote counted during the last election. I keep saying it. I keep saying it. Forget all the noise. Under the system that we have now, look at it. You don't run an election outside of the circumstances that pervades in the country. Under the circumstances that pervades, under the system that we had, Bola Ahmed Tinubu won this election, the last election.
okay.
He won. So our votes counted. If our votes didn't count, a Peter Obi could not have used an unknown party to get over 6 million votes, in spite of what I consider unpreparedness of the political party to do what it was supposed to do. You get the point. It got 6 million votes. A lot of people said it got more than that. Yes, it got more than that because if I take my phone and drop it in the marketplace and leave it there for 2 days, and the third day I now come, I don't see the phone, I have no business blaming anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. I have no business blaming anybody. I just left it there.
Yes.
The consequences of are we saints in this country? Are we angels in this country that will just go and drop a phone or something of value in the market and just I expect it to be there waiting for me? Are we saints in this country? So that was it. So if you say they changed his vote, they gave his where were his agents?
Exactly.
The party, did they prepare for agents? Were they having any? I gave you the example the other. I know that they did not have agents in most polling booths. So if you didn't have, then what are you now talking about? So the votes counted. The votes counted. And the votes will keep counting. It is just that for opposition to reorganize itself. It's to reorganize itself. And let there be credible candidates. Let there be credible candidates.
Now, the current setup of the party that had Wike, Nelson Wike, as, like you said, the strong man of the PDP.
Yeah, PDP, yeah.
How much influence do you think Wike played in creating this current turmoil in the party?
The problem of PDP right now is Wike. There's no, is Wike now. It is his people, the iron ones of this world, and so they are the ones creating problems in the party. But like I said, they all created the problem. Why would Wike have so much power within the party? That's the problem. So you can't remove Wike. He has refused. Somebody that has openly come up to say, I am going to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu for 2017 election. Yeah. So if somebody says so and is still within the party and is with, they are fine. They have gone to court against the new leadership of PDP. The whole purpose is to ensure that PDP cannot present a candidate for the election.
Now, if we look at the what is playing out on the in PDP internal politics, what would you advise, particularly the new political parties that are trying to emerge now? What pitfall, what should they do to avoid the crisis that seems to bedevil the PDPs and the APCs of this world?
Very simple. Let them create systems. Let them, in other climes, party members pay dues.
Now the problem, one of the things I've noticed, I do not want to call it a problem because I don't think I'm in a position to call it a problem. It might be what they want to do. But one of the things I've noticed in our party system in Nigeria is parties are financed by people.
Individuals.
Like
strong men.
Yeah, I recall what these new parties that they are creating. Some people have to go around to meet different strong men to contribute to the party. Now, do you think if an article, so to speak, finances a political party, do you think it would be fair to tell article not to run for presidency in that party?
That's the point. The point here is people can contribute. There's nothing wrong with people contributing. But what is wrong is one person bankrolling it, because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. So if one person controls it, you want to dictate what happens, and it is natural. You understand? So it ought to be contributions by part. I just talked about you pay dues. You understand? From every member, then you create equal rights for everybody. That's when you talk about party. But here in Nigeria, there's a big man.
Always a big man.
Yeah, there's always a big man who must foot the bill. And if you foot the bill, nothing anybody can do.
So, so how do we now Nigerians, because at the end of the day, we are the ones that will bear the brunt of whatever is going on with this political party. What do we do as Nigerians, considering what we have
right now?
Yes.
Let's wait. Let's wait. You know, PDP may not. Even using the word may is it's not likely that PDP will have any serious candidate in this next coming election.
They've all left.
You know, but they can organize themselves and merge up with another party that is serious. And if they present a good candidate, or for them to win to win in these circumstances, it's not difficult. It's not difficult, even in spite of all the decampings here and there. If they could come together, Nigeria has an unwritten convention. Right now, it is the turn of the South to produce the president. So if they can come together and say, okay, no Northerner run, and they look for a candidate that is popular in the South, and all of them teams up, support, Tinubu is a gunner. So the challenge is, are they going to do it? You understand? Is it possible to do it? Yes. You can find no serious. If I were a politician, I will not pick a PDP ticket. Why? Too many legal bottlenecks right now. We don't.
I was about to ask that.
Yes, we do not know whether the courts will sanction.
Which faction?
Not faction, sanction a chairman of a party that emerged in spite of many court orders. We do not know whether that will happen. You understand? So it is possible to happen. It is also possible to not happen. But which serious politician will want to take that kind of risk?
Now, talking about court orders, I was going through. I think it was the Nation newspaper this morning.
Yeah.
I picked the paper up. It was bulky. Okay. And I was asking one of my colleagues, why is this paper bulky? Only for me to open, and I saw almost 18 to 15 pages of court order. Why are we having so much of, especially in the, and they were all politically related. Why do we have so much court orders? Is there nothing that the judiciary can do to, because it is getting out of hand. They are being flagrantly disobeyed. It's almost most times looks like there's no the essence has been defeated. Is there nothing that can be done, looking at the setup of our judicial system, the setup of our laws, or the way our legal system operates, to prevent such occurrences? Too many court orders, and most of the time they are conflicting on one issue.
Well, there are a lot of things that can be done, but back to us, it's a systems thing. If court orders if there's a court order, you must obey the court order.
Okay.
The law is that no matter how you feel about a particular court order, you have a duty to obey that court order. You have a duty to obey that court order, whether it is bad, until you set it aside. That is the position.
So you don't have to go to other courts to get other court
order. No, you don't know. It's not about that. That's called forum shopping. Even lawyers that do such things ought to be penalized for it. It is called abuse of court process. You understand? So the rules are there. It is a system, the ability to obey. Then when you obey, you see, no matter how beautiful a court order is, it is still the police, which is an arm of the executive, that will carry out the orders.
So that has already made the thing.
That's the issue. That's the issue. That's why Nigerians must begin to clamor for a systems-run Nigeria.
Yeah, these offices
where no strong man's position is above the law. Where commissioner of police don't go, God, we don't get one matter. What do we do about this matter? That's the failings. You have an order. You are calling your guy. What do we do when there's an order? That's where the challenge is.
So one of the things we should achieve as a people is proper separation of power.
Systems. I don't want to use separation of power. They will tell you this. They will tell you separated. Systems. Okay. We must begin to rethink appointments of critical offices in this nation. I don't think it is right, for example, for just the president to nominate who is INEC chairman. Yes. I don't think it is right for just the president to nominate who is IGP of police. I don't think it is right, for example, for army can be nominated because is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. But some of these critical, whatever, open it up. This advisory role of the national, there's a body where not national security, there's a body where ex-presidents are part of.
Oh, okay.
That body ought to be rejigged and empowered to be a little bit above advisory. There are some positions that they should be able to come together and agree on who occupies that position, so that whoever occupies that position is not loyal to anybody. Is not loyal to anybody, so that he will take directives from the law rather than taking directives from an individual.
All right, Barrister, before you go, I would like to have your take on one last thing. It somehow bleeds into the issue of security and what we're talking about. The Senate president yesterday had received backlash for a plethora of reasons. Number one, his senators were giving motions and raising genuine concern about the way security matters are being handled in Nigeria. Adam Soshomole even spoke about how judgments are being delivered in similar cases, different judgments, right? And the Senate president, first of all, sounded like he was oblivious to what the senator was talking about. Like, that happened in this country. I remember that question. That happened in this country. Then he ended it all by saying that they have been invited to dinner with the first lady. I don't think it's wrong to go and eat with the first lady. But I felt, after all your people have said right now, maybe you should have toned down the food eating part of it. What do you think about that?
The uncommon Senate president. The man is a man that likes to enjoy himself. Yeah, and he comes from the part of the country where they have, how is it? I don't know how they call that Friday. It's a special, whatever, happy hour. Happy hours on Friday. Akwa Ibom people, they like to enjoy it. They like to, but that's on the lighter note. You see, it's he's just look. This Senate has not pretended to be. They've not pretended to be the kind of Senate that Nigerians want to see. They've told you that on your mandate we shall stand. A Senate that sings on your mandate we shall stand. When and Akpabio, Senate president, is a comrade of the president. So you can't say anything for him. His duty is to make sure that senators are okay with the president. So when things are a bit tough, he wants to water it down. I mean, that's what you saw the other day when he said he wasn't aware when they were telling him about a situation where you are able to we were able to, Omotosho, James Omotosho was able to convict Nnamdi Kanu for terrorism and sent him and was merciful to him by giving him life imprisonment. And meanwhile, another judge sentenced another person for the same terrorism and gave him 20 years imprisonment, which is everywhere. And you say
the example Shomole even gave was even the guy who defended himself that was attacked by
when the courts. I still don't understand how the justices of the Supreme Court came to that decision. Somebody was defending himself in his property, and in the process he killed his assailant, and you said he should go in for murder. We are not understanding it. But again, what can we understand in this country?
All right, Arista, thank you for being with us this morning. TVM Express will continue after the break. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
The land is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green, can't you see? I can see all the harvest is ready, 'cause he told me so. It's green and it's all mine. As the clouds go gray, the thunder roars and the earth sings. The season's just beginning. The sunlight it hides as the clouds make way for the pouring of my blessings. I will not be afraid. I see it now, I understand, I know. So I embrace it, dance in the rain. It's for my seed to grow. For every prayer and every seed I've sown, the Lord of the harvest knows I'm reaping back 100-fold. The land is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green, can't you see? The harvest is ready, 'cause the Lord of the harvest told me so. It's green for me. It's green for me. Standing alone can be a heavy load, but my vows I won't be breaking. Though my heart is aching, I got a word and I won't let go. It's your will I'm seeking, so I keep on believing. I see it now, I understand, I know. So I embrace it, dance. Once again it's time for me to grow. For every prayer and every tear I've sown, the Lord of the harvest knows I'm reaping joy 100-fold. The land is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green, can't you see? The harvest is ready, 'cause the Lord of the harvest told me so. It's green for me. I thought it was over, thought you were done with me, but we're just beginning. Whoa, my life is a journey. I will walk with you, I will go where you want me to. Yes, I will go. Come on. The land is green, it's green, can't you see? I can't
Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails. Our land where there's hope for us all. Our land where there's hope for us all. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. We'll defend our land. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and that one day we'll shine like the sun. We're a great nation. Though we are many people, different tribes, different tongues, we're united in our strength and resolve to uphold the honor of our land and for generations to come, and for generations to come. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. We'll defend great nation. Oh, 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 yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
At DSAG Engineering and Services, we anticipate, manage, and deliver. Since 2000, we have been a leading EPC company, ensuring customer satisfaction through quality service and timely delivery. With integrity, proficiency, and innovation at our core, we provide world-class solutions tailored to your needs. From engineering designs and construction to procurement, manpower outsourcing, and maritime supplies, DSAG delivers excellence. Partner with us today. Visit www.dsag.net or call +23 4807 254 8724. DSAG Engineering and Services, anticipate, manage, deliver.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are the rounding up line or the last line of today's edition of TVM Express, and we give you the updates. Give you updates that we have been gathered from social media platforms. So we start from Delta State, where two palm wine tappers were abducted from their farm in Emuhu near Agbo in Delta State, Nigeria. One died when his relatives could only gather 10,000 naira for his ransom, which the gunmen or the abductees or abductors rather rejected. Human rights activist Harrison Guamnishu led a multi-group rescue operation spanning Delta and Edo states, involving soldiers, vigilantes, and police officers, freeing the second man in Oronigbe. Guamnishu called the killing heartbreaking as communities face rising kidnapping, targeting even modest rural workers. No arrests have been made so far. So the issue of kidnapping is now even beginning to Panwai Tapa, and they rejected 10,000. I don't know what they expected the family
to bring exactly.
You think people climb trees to tap Panwai and have money?
I don't know.
How much is a liter of palm wine? That thing is cheap now. It's sad. It's unfortunate.
Really unfortunate.
This is not what I want to be hearing every day.
Every day at all.
I don't want to be hearing things like this. I just hope, I pray, like the barrister said, we'll learn as a country to be proactive and preventive rather than reactive as a nation and as a system.
There was even a case yesterday where a man and his wife were kidnapped from their house. From their house. Like, I think his brother was in the house and then he heard the noise and all of that. They just got down from their car and they were attacked and taken into the bush. So they called other family members and they were they saw footprints, traces of footprints into the bush. The kidnappers even made videos, or should I say the terrorists, they made videos of the man and his wife begging. That was yesterday in Edo, still in Edo State.
Are they terrorists or kidnappers? Those are kidnappers.
I don't know, but they said they are unknown, like gunmen.
I think what has recently happened is that the national security crisis has reduced the attention on Edo and Delta states, particularly that their corridor. Kidnapping although the governor has before now has been making efforts, very strong efforts in terms of demolition houses of kidnapper, demolition houses that house kidnapper, but it has actually been an issue.
I feel like the kidnapping is actually graduating into terrorism. So
yeah, because terrorists now kidnap.
Yes, they're not kidnap.
Then the federal government has cited the airport, Uyo Airport. They have cited the revamped terminal of that airport, the near complete MRO facility, and the 3.6-kilometer runway suited for large jets like the Airbus A380. Its location position is also well for its location actually positions it well for connections to Central and East Africa. So boosting tourism, businesses, and investment in Akwa Ibom. So operations will begin in the first quarter of 2026 with agencies like Customs and Immigration preparing to support global flights. The governor has called it, Governor Eno of Akwa Ibom State has called it a major milestone and pledge for further improvements like a cargo terminal. And this is talking about the Uyo airport that has been approved to be an international airport.
That's a really good one. That's a good one, yeah.
For those of us
good
in the
development
south,
for Nigeria.
Yeah, those of us in the south can go to Uyo and fly out of the country. At least African countries, from what I gather for now. Okay. It's a good one. Yeah. That would also bring businesses this way.
Yes, of course.
No, the complaint we've had over time in the past is every majority of these things are centered in Lagos
and Abuja. Yeah.
So it's good that we're
making it come to this other parts of the country. It's
a good one.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Then the Nigerian Minister of I think Nigeria Eternal Minister made an announced visit to Wuse Zone 3 station. Minister of Interior, he made an announced visit to the Wuse Zone 3 fire station, and also made visits to the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, FCT Command. Tunji Ojo, who is the Minister of Interior, inspected equipment and expressed frustration, very sharp frustration, over the fire truck states, especially amid Harmattan season and risk and year-end fire disasters. Let's do, if we have the video, let's listen to the video, then come back and make our comments.
Why is this almost like us? We used to, they don't return their plan yesterday. You don't give me that stupid. Yes, sir. Listen, I'm talking you, please, in the name of God, listen. We're talking about public safety here. You can't tell me they returned an appliance yesterday. This is Wuse for crying out loud. You have markets. Most economic issues, most economic talk in Abuja is around this place. You can return and they can call you immediately for any emergency. There is no reason why you should do that. I don't have capacity. There's absolutely no reason. Do they inform you that emergency will happen before it happens? No, sir. Are you not supposed to be ready before it happens? Yes, sir. This is towards the end of the year. Harmattan period, you know. And you are telling me that you just returned yesterday. So are you being paid to take excuse, to make excuses? No. So you are being paid that, okay, when an applicant comes, you have to wait for one day, the next day before. So you are telling me they just returned it yesterday. Does that excuse, does this sound reasonable to that average Nigerian whose house or business is on fire? Are you going to give excuse that they just returned an appliance in the last 24 hours? Therefore, that is why we cannot give you food, we cannot give you water, we cannot come and do our job. No, that's disgusting. It's disgusting. You wear this uniform. You are being paid via taxpayers' money, just as I'm being paid. I'm being paid to do a job. You are being paid to do a job. And Nigerians deserve the best. You can't return an appliance. At every point in time, immediately the appliance comes, you are supposed to refill it immediately because you don't know when the next call will come. We are talking about lives. People can be in their houses, people can be in their places of work, there can be issues, and they need rescue service. And when they call you, there is no time to go and refill. You must be ready 24/7. It's not an excuse.
All right. It's obvious that our government is not the only problem we have. Although the lackadaisical attitude starts from the government, but
it still spreads to other sectors.
Situations like this, it's really inexcusable. How?
Yes.
What's the essence of a fire truck?
I don't understand.
Giving an excuse that you went out, you just came back, so that is why it's not primed for emergency. So, good one for the Minister of Interior.
Yeah, and this actually made me remember an incident of a fire incident that happened in here in Wari at Lower Iridua on the 3rd of October, where we went to cover that fire incident. And we got there, and then some people were making statement like the fire service
fire
truck,
truck,
yeah, they just left that place saying they don't have water in their tank. Imagine that.
The most
And they
interesting
did
thing-
not come back until the fire destroyed everything, burned down everything. They didn't come back to the scene.
You are a fire service. You have a fire truck. There's a fire accident. You drove the truck to the
Down to the place,
then get there
empty.
and say there is no water.
I don't
Are
get.
you going there to fetch water? Or I don't get. So these are things that I'm glad that they are paying attention to it. But I just hope it's not lip service, because one of the questions one would ask is how financed are these people? Do they have facilities for this? Do they have consistent water supply? Where do they get water from? So those are questions that might come up. So it's not just to come on with your cameras and that, do you make provision for things?
Yes, exactly.
That's so those are also things that can be looked into.
Yeah.
Then you heard me speaking with our guest, Barrister Agbentine, about the Senate president. Nigeria, a lot of Nigerians and critics have been accusing him of weakening the Senate's oversight role. They've been president when the last plenary, when Senator Henry Seriake Dixon, when he was talking about the insecurity, the microphone was cut off.
Yeah.
Because he was questioning praise for the president amid abduction and attack, because I think the Senate president kind of praised the president for the handling of the abduction. Yeah.
Okay.
And the Senator Dixon was like, why are we praising the president when it's still going on?
It's still going on, exactly.
Yes, and so then it has highlighted Akpabio's reported question on whether judicial. Then they also highlighted Akpabio's reported question on whether judicial leniency for terrorism suspects had occurred in Nigeria, which drew mockery for seeming out of touch. Akpabio reacted to Senator Adams Oshomole's submission when he talked about somebody defending himself being given life imprisonment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a terrorist was given 20 years. And Akpabio was like, that happened in Nigeria. When I heard the question threw me off when I heard it. I didn't expect that. Even if he was trying to whether he was trying to make light of the situation, I don't know. But
it's not supposed to at all. It's not supposed to say that at all.
I feel the Senate should do well in their oversight responsibility. Even if you are so much in love with the president, you should also do your job, because people voted you in there.
Yes.
And the people who voted you in there didn't vote you there to go and be friends to the president.
Everybody's expecting answers, expecting actions to be made.
Yeah, I understand.
All of that, yes.
All right, so Pastor Ashimowolo on Channels Television called on the federal government to train all National Youth Service Corps members with stronger security skill, drawing from Israel's model of youth military service. He praised President Tinubu's push for more police and soldiers amid banditry, terrorism, and kidnapping, while cautioning that state police could become tools for personal abuse. Now, I agree. State police is, at this point in Nigeria, is a dangerous tool for us to employ. Yeah, because we're already having too many strong men.
Yeah.
And giving governors police, you make them very
feel entitled, empowered.
They become too empowered and too untouchable. Why I also agreed with the Israel model of youth military service. But if it's Israel model, yes. Now, why I agree with that is almost every person who I listened to this actress husband, who I think is one of the bosses at Intel, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. Okay. This is one of his conversation one day where he said he went through military service. Every man and woman, I think every man and woman, including the Gal Gadot herself, if I'm not mistaken, every man and woman in Israel go through military service. So every an average Israeli, I think they no longer call them Israelites.
Israeli is exactly
knows how to defend himself physically, especially if you grew up in Israel.
Okay.
So if it's that model, fine. But if it's the Nigeria model of you people should be doing it. Why me and my people
I will be
watching?
watching from afar.
I don't agree.
At all.
I do not agree.
At all.
Then I also have challenge with timing. We are in a crisis right now, and we're talking of recruiting. If you go recruit NYC members, now let's say you go to the camp next year and recruit NYC members, and we hear that at the end of the year you are deploying them to the war front, it just means you are just sitting there to
go and die, exactly, because
they are not, they've not got
gone
enough training.
through the proper training process.
So I don't know how long their training would be. I don't know how extensive their training would be, but I do not see that as a solution to our problem. I really do not see that
at this point. Yes.
All right. So quickly in sports, the Portugal under-17 team has won the FIFA World Cup. They defeated Austria 1-0 at Khalifa International Stadium in Qatar on Thursday night. Forward Aniso Cabra scored from a perfect cross by Duarte Conha. Then Arsenal also beats Bayern Munich, a good one for the English team this week in the Champions League, as they overcame Joshua Zex's third minute opener with Julian Timber's header, then pulled through Noni Maduekwe's substitute strike and Gabriel Martinelli's late corner attack finish. Then Declan Rice earned player of the match for his midfield dominance. In entertainment, I saw a video, I just have to say before we call it a day, of Tubaba honoring his former labor boss, Kenny Keke Ogungbe of Kenny's Music. It's a beautiful thing. Those guys are pioneers in Nigeria. In fact, Nigerian music industry is Nigerian music industry today because of Keke, D1 and ID. So they deserve their flowers. Right, that's it for TVM Express today. Remember, you can follow us on all our social media handles, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok. You can watch us live on YouTube, and you can also avail yourself the app on Android Play Store and Apple Play Store. Just download and follow us live. I am Lawrence Junior Agwele, and I've had with me Blessing Samson. It's been an amazing time with you. Thank you for staying tuned. See you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.